Hey there, that's American Mutt, independent, also a member of the Holy Spirit of Humanity. I was sitting back thinking, if America goes to war, what about all these young kids? But then I thought about it. At least 60% of our teenage and up are either on steroids, which wouldn't be, well, actually would be good for the military. So all you roid heads, they're going to let you in the military. But most of the kids are overweight. Most of the adults are overweight. They tell you it's 40, 47%. It is not. It's more like 70%. If you don't believe me, next time you go to the store, just sit outside there and watch. When you watch videos on TV of people in the public, just look at most of the people are overweight. It's not something that you can say, oh, this caused it and that caused it, other than food and insanity. And a lot of people say, oh, no, it's hereditary. I'm a Gen Xer. It's not hereditary. When I was in school, maybe on average, 3 to 4 kids that were overweight, not 60 to 70%. Now, Joe Biden has an idea. He says he's going to give the illegals machine guns, nuclear bombs, and missiles. Because he thinks the illegals, because they aren't American citizens to Joe Biden, then they're allowed to have guns. And since most of America is overweight on video games or shooting up roids, yeah, you really don't have a military, Biden. So, since all you Democrats and Republicans want to go to war, I guess you don't mind the illegals, the undocumented, getting all the weapons, right? You know, all the ones you say are drug cartel and all that, which I don't think so, but at least now you Republicans can say they have a purpose. You guys will all give the undocumented citizens machine guns just so you can have your war to fix the planet. I forgot about that. So make sure you buy an EV. If you don't, you're polluting the atmosphere. What, 400-pound bombs pollute the atmosphere? No. Your gas guzzler car is the only thing that pollutes the atmosphere. When Joe Biden and these Democrats all send the military and Republicans send the military in to destroy, that don't hurt the environment. They don't even use gasoline. Or at least doesn't burn any carbon. Tanks, military equipment, jets, super carriers, none of them burn any CO2. Joe Biden said he will reduce it. So why would he have a war unless the machines were all carbon reduced, right? The war contractors, Boeing and all that, getting carbon credit. And the sad thing is, the country's going under. These big billionaire businesses like Ford, Chevy, are all taking a beating. Even though Joe Biden says the economy's the best it's ever been, it's a lie. Because I've watched the dealers market, I've watched the housing market, it's all dying. And don't worry. Ford and all that, the CEOs will be getting billions from Joe Biden. Tesla, they're going to get at least 10 billion. Ford, 10 billion. Not for the cars, not for the workers, no. These are for the CEOs. Can you imagine if these CEOs can't go on vacations every week? Can you imagine if they can't buy 6 or 7 yachts? You Americans need to start buying EVs. These billionaires can't have fucking 4 or 5 jets anymore. And they want to clean the planet. Somehow, I guess. At least now we can finally end the whole EV thing. Because Joe Biden wants World War III. And the Democrats, they definitely want World War III because they believe in everybody's opinion. Shows you Democrats, the trans community and all that. How quick Joe Biden will turn his back on your freedom next. Don't worry. He'll ship you off to war. Scary thing is sending college kids in. These kids don't even know how to fill out a checkbook. But they'll give them automatic weapons. But you goddamn rednecks in America, the ones grew up around guns, the ones that always shot around guns, the ones that are safe around guns, they don't want you. And most of you don't want to join the army. Do you want to leave your family to go fight a war in Israel? For their God? For the Jewish God? Or the Muslim God? Because that's what it is. Your Christian's going to go fight for a Jewish God. Your Christian God will get a little pissed. Didn't the Jews let Jesus die on the cross? Just like you Jews, or you Christians did too, so. You can't really blame them for that one, can you? Oh, that's right. The Christians ran away. Ran because their leader got caught and none of them would take his place. But at least Americans won't be in this new war because most are either too lazy, too fat, or just plain too stupid. I mean, you're talking about Americans that want cars to drive themselves. What, are the tanks going to drive themselves? No. Most Americans from the age of 16 and up to, we'll say, 35 are pretty stupid. It's not your fault. The government bred stupid India. The schools were taught by stupid teachers. They got rid of all the teachers that taught me and my generation and brought in, your gender is all matters. What about math? Math is racist. What about writing? Racist. What about science? Racist. What about English? Racist. What about gender study? Perfect. Well, shouldn't we learn something else? No. But aren't we supposed to? No. So unless the new soldiers are going to be a bunch of gender studies students, you're kind of screwed there, Biden. I know you're going to give all these weapons to the illegals, just like your buddy Obama did to the Mexican cartel. And Joe Biden is bringing all the immigrants in so he can recruit them into the military. If you don't think he's going to do it, you've got some serious issues. He's going to sit there, and that's how I'll do it. I will promise you citizenship, like Starship Trooper, the totally fascist society. I'm going to give you citizenship if you join the military. So I don't care if you sold drugs in Mexico. We will give you a machine gun and access to nuclear weapons. Way to go, Joe. You're going to have to, Joe. You want to go kill brown people. You and the Democrats believe the only way to clean the planet is to blow up parts of it, right? The minute Joe Biden goes to World War III, I personally want you to go out and laugh at every electric car owner because they are the dumbest people on the planet. Yeah, you're saving what? Joe Biden's blowing it the fuck up. You ain't saving the planet for shit. They're going to nuke it next month just because Joe Biden has a hard-on for the Catholic Church to exterminate the Jewish and the Muslim people. If you don't think so, you really don't know shit about the Catholics and the Inquisition and what they did to the Templars. And pretty much Catholics slaughter anybody that pisses them off. And Jewish and Muslim, it's your turn. But see, they're smart about it. They're getting you two to kill each other. And Joe Biden will give Israel weapons to kill Muslims. China will give Muslims weapons to kill Israel. And then when you're both done, they'll just come in and take your oil. There'll be no more Dubai soon. Dubai, goodbye, which I don't really care. Because Dubai's a slave-built Sodom. Dubai is almost as sick as the Vatican. Almost. The Vatican's a little sicker because of their pedophilia thing. But, yeah. So, all you Americans, especially Democrats, most of you are overweight, so you'll never get in the military. And Joe Biden's just going to get the illegals to do it. I mean, you Republicans don't mind if the undocumented have machine guns, right? They're going to be training on military bases with tanks and all that. Or you could vote for Robert F. Kennedy and we can just stay out of the whole war thing. Maybe help fix the country. Nah, fuck that. No, let's just go blow up places. Yeah, that's the best way. See, Democrats now, the less there's humans, the less there's buildings, the less there's lives, the less there's carbon. So once they can kill the Muslims and the Jews, is what their plans are, or having them do it to each other, and they're so stupid they will, because my God said so. My God, why don't your God come fight? Oh yeah, because all three of your gods is a fucking pussy. The Christian God, the Catholic, or four, Christian, Catholic, and I don't put the two together because Catholics, their God has horns and tells them they can do things to children that no church would ever allow. Because the Catholics are hideous, satanic fucking pieces of shit. Yeah, I really, really, really don't like Catholics. The church. The people, you're just sheep. Whatever the Pope says, jump off the cliff, you'll jump. Because some reason you think the Pope talks to God. The God the Pope's talking to probably send you to hell. Because that's where he lives. Okay? But I'm not Catholic, and at least the Catholics know they're part of the 2/3 that don't go to heaven. At least they're fine with that. Because no one that could be in the Catholic Church could ever actually believe they're going to get to heaven. It's not going to work, buddy. Sorry. The devil does, or the devil will take you. The Catholics worship devil anyway. You ever see all the naked pictures of men and babies on the Vatican wall? Yeah, they're sick motherfuckers. In America, we'll arrest someone for having pictures like that on their computer, but in the Vatican, it's artwork. Yeah, when you have priests looking at naked babies on the wall, you might want to get rid of them evil little pricks. But, I mean, after all, Catholics, with your religion, you can go do the worst crime in the world, like Little Mustache Man did in Germany. And through the Catholics, they forgave Little Mustache Man through Germany. So all them people, what was it, 7 million that he ordered to die, doesn't really matter. The Catholics forgave him. So he got to go to heaven. That's the great thing with the Catholics. They can annihilate every last human on the planet as long as they say, hey, priest, leave the boy alone a minute and come here. Yeah, no, that's wrong. But you can go in the Vatican and say you're sorry. Yeah, they probably have them in a dungeon underneath where all the little children get captured. But, yeah, fucking... we won't end up in war. Not because Joe Biden's going to stop it. No, we Americans won't. He'll put illegals over. Now, I know all you you Republicans don't mind giving the illegals guns, but you got to give yours up. God damn it, Joe Biden hates violence. But as he recruits all these soldiers for World War III because he hates violence and he wants to fix the planet, so he knows bombs, destruction, and murder is the only way you fix the planet. Right, Joe Biden? Go drive your fucking EV, you piece of shit. But at least with World War III coming on, you obese ones, you're fine. Video gamers, you may not be because, well, you can fly a drone. So you might get recruited. Most of the other people, nah, they'll just be replaced with undocumented. Hey, you want to get rid of all the ones in New York and all the ones in Chicago? Joe Biden's going to first train them with armed weapons on military base. So don't worry if an undocumented, because until you finish, you won't be a legal citizen. But Joe Biden don't care. Like I said, Joe Biden only wants Americans to give up their guns to the illegals so they can fight the war to fix the planet. Yeah, I don't get it either. But you don't have to buy an EV anymore, at least. Really, I wouldn't buy anything new because another 2 or 3 years, Joe Biden and these psychopaths will probably just nuke us all. After all, they vowed zero emissions. And as long as humans live, they cannot keep their promise, can they? Because you humans, you breathe out carbon. So for Democrats to get their zero emissions, nuclear war is the only answer. So the World Economic Forum and Joe Biden and all these save the planet people figure we'll nuke the planet and then all life will be dead and then we'll no longer have to worry about global warming. Because the nuclear winter itself will last, 30 years? So the whole world will be an ice ball. See? Joe solved it. I knew the Democrats would finally fix global warming, not as the extermination of all life on Earth, but at least the planet will no longer be hot. Of course, there'll be no humans left. The only ones will be Joe Biden and his rich friends that locked themselves in prison for 40 years and live underground. At least we know there'll be mole people. Little, no light, no, they'll be weakening. Oh my God, the next version of human race, all you rich people, your kids are going to be mutants and probably die very, very young. But don't worry. You get to live in the bomb shelter while Joe Biden and the World Economic Forum make sure to nuke the world to stop global warming. Like I said, you'll be dead and they'll be happy for you. Oh wait, that isn't it. Oh, your life means nothing and they're happy for you. No, wait. Oh, you'll give up everything you own so the billionaires are happy and live underground and then they'll nuke you and you'll be dead for it. It's something like that. But at least now we can finally sit back and relax. Global warming's over with because once Joe Biden and all these nut jobs get done, the planet will be destroyed. So we'll no longer have to worry about global warming. And you no longer have to go buy a new car. No sense even going to work anymore. I mean, why? All you're doing is paying for the war machine. By paying taxes, you're actually increasing the death of the human race. So, you millennials, you Gen Zs, refuse to go to work. Tell them, look, you got plenty of illegals. You'll put them to work. And before you get all huffy and you say, I'm for, you've seen ads, I'm for the documented, the undocumented, I'm for going south. Spreading to Mexico, south, further. So I'm not bringing immigrants in. I want to go south and take American freedom south. So they don't want to come here. Makes sense. If their country in a shithole, they won't leave. See, Democrats and Joe Biden, they figured they make this country a big enough shithole, then we'll want to leave. And then give your home to all the undocumented after he gives the weapons, because most Americans don't want World War III, unless you're a Democrat. I know Democrats want death to all. And a good thing most Democrats don't have God, huh? You just know once you kill the world, you're all gone and no more problems. Well, try to have a nice life. I mean, Joe Biden and them, they have to blow up Iran now, right? Because we have nothing to do with this. It's none of our business, but Joe Biden will not allow that. God damn it, he wants to protect freedom unless you're Palestinian. Okay, he wants to protect Jewish money, but he really doesn't. He wants them to start a war with the Muslims, so the Muslims and the Jews finally do the 2/3 that the Christians need done. Yeah, they're expecting the Christian or the Jewish and the Muslims to get their 2/3 population eliminated. I ain't kidding. Read the Bible. These nut jobs only think 1/3 of the population of Earth should go to heaven. Yeah, don't vote Joe Biden. Come join us in the independence and we'll stop war. If you want to vote for Joe Biden, don't be buying EVs. Don't even bother recycling. Just throw your trash out right on the road. Doesn't matter anymore. Joe Biden's goal is to destroy the world. That's his goal. Anybody who wants to go to war, gives weapons, and then runs their fucking mouth saying they're trying to help the planet is a fucking lying ass prick. And Joe Biden is a big old piece of shit, lying ass prick. So, go destroy the country. If you don't, Joe will. I mean, why not? He's got the illegals send to war. No? You love the country? Then vote independent. Let's get rid of that fucking communist Joe Biden. And you Republicans, you think Trumpy's going to walk. They're not. They're going to knock him out either September or October, right before the election, so you guys don't have a candidate. And it's exactly what the Democrats do because they're such worthless pieces of shit that they can't win the election. Joe Biden has nothing he can win the election on. His economy, then shut up about student loans. Then why'd you borrow money from $1 trillion from other countries, Joe because your economy sucks and you need to pay off your big billionaire friends. That's what the money's for. The war machine and the bailout Tesla and all their garbage companies while your children go fight for their war. Don't worry, Elon's kids ain't going. Zuckerberg's kids won't go. Gates' kids won't go. Fucking none of the rich people's kids will go. No, it's only you poor kids and you poor families that go to war. If you haven't noticed that, well, wake up. And that's the other advantage. Joe Biden's going to lower the homeless rate by literally just killing Americans. Democrats, you got a hellacious way to solve the problem. Nuke the planet for global warming and kill all Americans. Yeah. Come join us in the independents. We believe in life. If you want to be a Democrat and Joe wins, well, there's no sense of writing a will because there'll be no one left around after he gets done. I guess go enjoy the world before the World Economic Forum and these psychopaths who tell you they want to save the planet, blow it up. Because they think this war will shut down the oil industry and they'll get their billionaire fucking EVs going. But why do you even buy an EV? Makes no sense. One bomb is worth more than 100 of our gas-powered cars in this country. So if they're going to bomb, then we don't need EVs. They're going to blow up the world. And I know Joe Biden's too stupid to realize that, like California, the world rotates. So when you nuke the Middle East, China's going to get totally fucked. I mean, China don't think about it because they're greedy and all that, but China's going to get annihilated. India's going to get annihilated. And you billionaires, that's where your slaves are. But you want the war. It's going to kill your slaves. You know that, right? I know Elon doesn't want to lose any more slaves. I know Joe Biden wants as many black Congo children slaves as he can get. That's why he's Catholic. Don't you know Catholics think black people should be in shackles? You didn't? Guess who put a lot of black people in shackles? They put a lot of white people too. Put a lot of us witches in the fire pit. Because we wanted to help. So, vote Joe Biden. We don't have to recycle anymore. We don't have to buy EVs. None of that because he's pretty much going to kill the world. So what the fuck's sense of buying an EV when Joe Biden's going to blow it up? One bomb will be so bad for the whole planet, one nuke, that every last gas-powered car on the planet will never do the damage that one nuke does, and Joe can't wait to blast one off. Scary thing is, if he doesn't win, he's going to launch one just because he's so fucking psychopath. He's a Catholic. And the Catholics hate the Jews and they hate the Muslims. I'm not kidding. Look up their history. They literally think they're evil. The Catholics think their own group is evil. You have to confess you commit sins. You're born with a sin. You're a baby and you're sinful. Yeah, they really don't like you. But Joe Biden and Putin are both Catholics. So let's support Apocalypse. Or you can come join us in the independence and we can actually fix the planet. It's your choice, Democrats. Either come join us or figure out where you want your body to lay when Joe Biden finally just nukes the planet. If you don't think so, these knuckleheads tell you buy EV while they're blowing up countries. The only people stupider than Joe Biden are the people that vote for Joe Biden. Come join us, independents. You're never alone. And we can stop this.